Hi friends, and welcome to another video on the Racing Family channel. My name is Big Z, and today I will present you another mod for the game Assetto Corsa version 1.16.3, 1.16.4. And as you can see on your screens, the car in the question is a KTM X-Bow GT2. All credit for this mod goes to the Guerilla modding team. Then thank you Guerilla modding team for your time and for your hard work on this mod. In the description of this video you will have a link from the Guerilla modding team page where you can take your copy. A direct link to download mod will be attached to each video in the description if mod is free, or link from the page where you can buy mod if isn't. The rar folder you get from download link will have a car inside with 6 basic skin versions. For this mod you need to have a custom shader patch to be able to use this car in the game. More than 12 years ago, Austrian motorcycle builder KTM launched its first ever car, the KTM X-Bow pronounced crossbow. Since then, the X-Bow has quietly offered track junkies a lightweight, hyper-minimalist and Audi-powered option. But if you thought the X-Bow was just one of experiment to see if the grass-based bike maker could build a car, think again. The Austrian brand recently unveiled its new X-Bow GTX, a closed copy supercar. It helps to sell to track warriors and homologate for competition in the reborn GT2 class. The new KTM X-Bow GTX and GT2 concept have been unveiled both online and with a presentation at the Spa 24 hours. The full carbon fiber racing car from KTM sports car GmbH is an extreme truck-only development from the original model of the KTM X-Bow, which has been on the market since 2008. The car is designed to compete at the GT3 level where permitted, and in GT2 competition too. It will be homologated for that purpose. The car has been developed in partnership with Writer Engineering for both track days and for use in racing. But what exactly is under the skin of this new KTM's beast? Let's take a closer look. Under the bonnet of this car we have the Audi TFSE, 2.5 liters 5 cylinders turbocharged engine with 600 brake horsepower and 531 Nm of torque. This engine is the latest variant of the legendary 5-cylinder unit from Audi, the great-grandson of the power plant that caused a sensation in motorsport in the Audi S1 in the World Rally Championship and in the Audi AD EMSA GTO. The engine is located in the middle of the car and is transversely mounted. The whole engine is made of aluminum. We have an aluminum alloy block and cylinders heads. Inside we have a 4 valves per cylinder DOHC, fuel feed, direct fuel injections, lubrication, dry sump, bore dimension 82.5mm, shock dimension 92.8mm. The displacement of this engine is 2480 cubic centimeter and is combined with compression ratio 10:1. For this Audi's engine to be able to work optimally and efficiently, the mainboard has the brain or the ECU made by Motec. In addition to various tasks, it has the task of monitoring fuel consumption as well. So in the 600 horsepower engine, 242 horsepower feeds 1 liter of the fuel. In this car, this 3.5 liter Audi's engine is paired with Hollinger's MF model, a 6-speed sequential transmission with which the driver can operate electronically with pedals located behind the multifunction steering wheel thanks to the Sereni, a technology service provider from Writer Engineering Environment which has developed a gear shift for the new lightweight super sports car from the KTM. The engine and transmission are connected with carbon fiber prop shaft and all power is distributed to the rear wheels. This is a rear-wheel drive car. The entire chassis of the KTM X-Bow GT2 is made of molded carbon fiber and a honeycomb composite structure. The chassis is made separately from the rest of the car and is designed to be indestructible. The chassis or survival cell of the KTM X-Bow, which has been tried and tested in dozen crashes since 2008 and which has been built more than 1,300 times, is extremely stiff and safe and weighs just around 80 kilograms. As the first GT racing car, KTM combines this monocoque with a completely new design, and according to FIA Appendix J Homologate GT, the steel roll cage for the GTX and the GT2 withstands the multiple weights of the vehicle in the rollover pressure test. It also has side struts in the monocoque as well as a full cross behind the driver's seat, making this car an extremely safe machine. Suspension of this car on the front axle will have a fully independent double wishbone twin pusher operated concentric and adjustable coil spring damper units from Sachs mounted on top of the monocoque with adjustable anti-roll bars. And on the rear axle we have also fully independent double wishbone with concentric and adjustable coil spring damper units from Sachs with adjustable anti-roll bars. Brakes on this car on the front axle will have a ventilated racing brake discs from AP Racing made of steel 378mm in diameter, paired with 6-piston monoblock calipers supported with ABS system. And on the rear axle we have also ventilated racing brake discs from AP Racing made of steel 355mm in diameter, paired with 4-piston monoblock calipers supported with ABS system. Wheels and tires on this car on the front axle will have the Oz 18-inch wheels made of aluminum with center lock nuts, paired with Michelin Pilot racing tires dimensions 365 R18. And on the rear axle we have also the Oz 18-inch wheels made of aluminum with interlock nuts, paired with Michelin Pilot racing tires that measures 3171R18. Length of this car 4626mm, wide 2040mm, height 1140mm, wheelbase 2850mm, track wide front 1752mm, track wide rear 1710mm, weight of this car 1048 kg, fuel capacity 120 liters. This was the basic information about the KTM X-Bow GT2 car. Now we will go to the track to see how this car will handle all obstacles on the most beautiful track in Europe, the Le Mans track. Okay my friends, we are behind the steering wheel of the KTM X-Bow GT2 car and we are on Le Mans track, one of the most beautiful tracks in Europe. On the left side of your screens you have a speedometer where you can see the top speed of this really good looking car. When you find yourself behind the wheel of this new KTM's car, you start to realize that the KTM, besides being synonym for motorcycles, know how to make a good quality car. With its appearance both from the outside and inside, the car is characterized by a robust, simple and striking look that is very reminiscent of the main actors from the movie Transformers, but besides that the connection in the KTM's knowledge between how to build a motorcycle and how to build a car is very noticeable in this car. When designing the interior of this car, the KTM remained very true to its thrifty tactics as they were making a motorbike and not a car. Guided by this tactic in the interior, in addition to the sumptuous view of the carbon fiber from which the entire interior is made, the driver at his disposal has a multifunction steering wheel that allows him to drive the car in his own talent, similar to the drivers in the GP class. But in addition to the steering wheel, which is the only tangible technological thing, in the interior of this car we have a roll cage made of steel pipes according to all FIA specifications, we have the recovered carbon fiber racing seat made according to all FIA regulations, we have a fire extinguisher system and seatbelts that can be connected in 6 points. The driver is also protected with Hans device that protects his head, neck and back, saving for very serious injuries. We are on the straight of the Le Mans track in 6th gear and due to any adjustments on this car to go faster. This is what you get when you download the mod. A link from the Guerilla modding team page where you can download this mod will be in the description of this video. 301 km per hour, okay, the top speed of the KTM X-Bow GT2 car is 301 km per hour. And I must say, this is a really decent result. In front of the driver, my friends, is positioned an almost square multifunctional steering wheel. On its surface is located a KTM's logo that lights up when you turn on lights, several important switches where the driver can turn on lights, the wiper or select maps for the traction control or ABS system. A large and transparent main screen is positioned in the driver's field of vision and provides the driver with basic information related to the race. On the main screen you can see your lap time, in which gear you are, your moving speed, how much fuel you have on the electronic fuel gauge, but the script will not work if you don't use one of the latest versions of the custom shader patch. More in the interior of this car, on the dashboard, which is also completely made of carbon fiber, are positioned 2 air vents, and a little bit lower on the central console we have another group of switches on which the driver can operate the rest of the system of the car. And there the story stops about the blessings of the interior of this GT2 beast. Outside of this car, all the important things work. All lights are made in LED technology and they work perfectly. The headlights work, the taillights work, the brake lights work, the indicators work and the wiper works. This car only has some technical things that can be adjusted. You can adjust your taste the brake bias, brake power and alignment. You have 10 map setups for traction control, 10 maps for ABS and 1 map for the engine. At your disposal you have 4 different sets of tires: soft, medium, hard and rain tires. This is a very nice car to drive. The car itself is very balanced, very stable, steering wheel is very sharp and precise, brakes work very well, the brake discs glow with orange paint during the braking, and when the car decelerates or doing the gear change you will notice the flames from the 2 exhaust pipes located at the back of the car. In the car folder in total you will find 6 basic skin versions and you can preview all of them in the Content Manager showroom, but you can't do the same in the game showroom. For this mod you need to have a custom shader patch to be able to use this car in the game. Okay my friends, now we will go to the pit lane of the Le Mans track to get conclusion about the KTM X-Bow GT2 car. This was the KTM X-Bow GT2 car and conclusion is very simple. The KTM X-Bow GT2 is a car with very nice futuristic look that will surely leave no one indifferent with its appearance. The mod itself is very well made, and it's quite evident that the guys from the Guerilla modding team paid a lot of attention to the details on the car, and thanks to that, this beast looks very classy on our screens. Performance and purism united in unique extreme design and armed for adventures on the most legendary racetracks in the world allows the KTM X-Bow GT2 to set new benchmarks in racing. Keeping the focus on essentials, weight reduction, performance, aerodynamics, handling provide numerous new technical highlights, increased ergonomics and usability as well as an almost revolutionary safety standard. The KTM X-Bow GT2 is the first GT racing car to combine a homologate monocoque with a homologate GT roll cage and a carbon fiber competition seat, which is to be commended. The KTM as a company is very committed to the story of motoring, but it will take a long time for KTM to become recognizable in the car market as someone who can be seriously counted on. The KTM as a company is synonymous with motorcycles, and as soon as we mention the KTM's name, the motorcycles are the first that come to mind. But the work of very smart and talented people who form the backbone of the Austrian company show that we can seriously count on them when it comes to the supercars market in the future. And on that business venture, we wish them all the best. Thank you KTM for such a beautiful beast. My friends, thank you for watching this video. If you like it, like. If you don't like it, dislike. Share if you want, stay safe, healthy, and remember, always wear a seatbelt when you drive. See you in the next video. Bye.